Hello, today is Friday, June 6th. This presentation will look back to the temperature and precipitation numbers for the month of May and summarize the meteorological spring season of March, April, and May. Finally, we will look ahead to the Climate Prediction Center's outlook for the summer and fall seasons to come. But first, to understand what is happening now, we need to go back to the beginning of the year to see how we built our winter snowpack. This upper-level chart is the large-scale weather pattern that dominated much of the winter. A ridge of high pressure just off the west coast blocked much of the Pacific storms from having a direct track into our region. The northern Pacific storms systems had to climb over the ridge, then dive southeast through the northern Rockies, generally brushing our northern forecast area. This produced snowy conditions to the north and east of the storm track and dry conditions to the south and west. This map shows the percentage of average snowpack per river basin back in late April when most of the snowpack was still in the mountains. Basins that are blue and purple indicate much above normal snowpack. Basins that are yellow, orange, and red indicate much below normal snowpack. This line roughly represents the winter storm track. To the north and east of the line, there are spring flood concerns. To the south and west of the line, drought and wildfire concerns. Of course, the line bisects eastern Utah and western Colorado. To bring us up to date, this is what the Colorado percentage of snowpack looked like on June 5th. Above normal snowpack continued to run off in all river basins except the upper Rio Grande, where much of the snowpack was melted. Rivers were running high and fast in early June, but are expected to lower as we head into mid to late June. The Utah snowpack map for 5 June showed below normal snowpack for all of eastern Utah. Here is a monthly summary of precipitation and temperature values for the month of May for area airports. In the top portion of this slide, you can see precipitation values for area airports with departure from normal values in parentheses. Most airports reported above normal precipitation except Aspen and Vernal. The bottom portion of the slide shows that May temperatures were generally warmer than normal except at Grand Junction and Durango. And here is a summary of the meteorological spring that encompasses the months of March, April, and May. In the top portion of the slide, you can see all sites were drier than average except Canyonlands Airport just north of Moab. The bottom portion of the slide shows that spring seasonal temperatures were quite variable across the forecast area, ranging from well above normal at Vernal to well below at Grand Junction. Here are 3 annual precipitation graphs for representative sites in this forecast area: Vernal in northeast Utah, Grand Junction in west central Colorado, and Cortez in southwest Colorado. For most of eastern Utah and western Colorado, June is the driest month of the year before the monsoon season that typically starts in July. June 2014 is living up to this pattern with light precipitation expected mainly in the mountains into the middle portion of the month. The most powerful tool for seasonal outlooks is El Nino's Southern Oscillation, or ENSO for short. In the equatorial eastern Pacific between the dateline and the coast of Ecuador is the Nino 3.4 region outlined here by the red box. During May 2014, warmer than normal temperatures began to develop in this Nino 3.4 region. This slide shows the forecast from numerous models of how sea surface temperatures in the Nino 3.4 region will vary from normal through the summer, fall, and early winter of 2014 from left to right across the graph. You can see all of the forecast lines are above the 0.0 level, indicating developing warmer waters. Most of the climate models warm into the El Nino category sometime this late summer or fall. The Climate Prediction Center says there is a 70% chance of El Nino developing this summer and an 80% chance by this fall. Whether this will be a weak, moderate, or strong El Nino is much less certain. Shifting now to the forecast, here is the National Climate Prediction Center's outlook for the summer season of June, July, and August. The temperature outlook chart on the left shows no forecast skill, with this forecast area in the EC area representing equal chances of above, near, or below normal temperatures. The right chart shows a shift of probabilities towards a wetter than normal summer. Here again are annual precipitation graphs in dashed black for Vernal, Grand Junction, and Cortez. The red line is the precipitation average of all El Nino years since 1950. You can see that during El Nino years, the month of June typically does not vary much from normal, but by July, Cortez tends to have wetter than normal conditions develop. This continues into August for Cortez and spreads northward into Grand Junction and Vernal. This wetter than normal signal during El Nino years often extends through the fall season. So this forecast has some implications for the Four Corners region where moderate drought continues at this time. A developing El Nino can bring an enhanced monsoon season that is defined by subtropical moisture working up from the south. This concludes the spring climate summary and summer outlook. The next outlook will be produced in July, where we will discuss how El Nino is developing, and we will look back at the results from the most recent El Nino events, the latest being 2009-10. You can follow the National Weather Service in Grand Junction on our website at www.weather.gov/GJT or on Facebook or Twitter. Thank you for listening and have a great summer.